This is a mud horse that's used on the flats at Sturt. This particular one was used on the flats at Sturt.
I kind of feel like this is my home, so I can quite happily wear my pyjamas and slippers around the castle. But
So what he does is he kind of leans on it, something like this, and with a bit of luck I can skid off across the mud with it.
I do everything, absolutely anything, from taking around film crews to cleaning mould off curtains, which I was doing this morning.
And he turns it all around, and he's got it loaded up with fish, you see, and back he goes. Oh yes, off he goes. How's that?
I've been looking after it for about 10 years. It was founded by a lady who lived in the village who collected dolls. Janine here belonged to the granddaughter of a French duchess. The little girl who owned the doll died, and they put the doll and this dress here, which belonged to the little girl who owned the doll, together and kept it. And then eventually it passed on to this lady who gave it to us, a doll artist called Janine Scard.
So that's why she's called Janine?
That's right.
If you just stand here and I'll go and open the blind. Most of the paintings in here are watercolours, so they're really susceptible to sunlight. These are the paintings that used to be up in the summer house, which is over the other side, just on the keep garden. There are meant to be 5 continents and 4 seasons, but we don't know what's happened to the other 2 seasons and 1 of the continents.
And there was one lady who lived in Bristol who was taken ill and she couldn't do anything, and her doctor suggested she made some dolls to raise money for the Red Cross. And so she looked up in books in the library all the authentic national costumes and produced a male and a female for all the countries where the Red Cross was working in the 1960s.
He weighs it down with boulders, which won't float away. He just leaves it at the edge of the mud. The tide comes in across the top of it. This one's been used quite a lot, and it's even got barnacles. Well, this was used a long way out. They really are a long way out. And you've got to get out to them, clean them, get the shrimps out, get the fish out, and then back in before the tide comes back. And the tide comes in very fast, of course, in the Bristol Channel. I think a lot of rural equipment is very basic, and it is evolved because that's the way it will work, very efficiently. Can you imagine anything that would do it any better? He did try at one stage, apparently, to use what do you call them, a skidoo thing that you use on snow. Apparently it lasted about a week. It just ground to a halt after that. Absolutely hopeless.
And when I came to live in Dunster, they wanted somebody to help sit with the dolls, and I was quite happy to do that at first. And then I got more and more involved and realised that to the people in the village it was just a collection of dolls that had belonged to Mrs. Hardwick. And really it's something rather more special than that. And so over the years I've managed to persuade various people to provide these wonderful new museum quality cases and to look after them much better. So that's a great satisfaction.
So you've fought for this place a bit?
Yes, I think you could say so. Yes, yes.
You don't think that scrubbing mould off of the thing is beneath you?
No, not at all, because you know, at the end of the day it benefits the castle.
The whole museum is volunteer. We are, I think, 6 of us.
And why do you do it? Why do you do
it? Why? Very good question. Because I believe in it, I suppose, because I think it's important that we don't lose track of what has traditionally happened in local areas, which things disappear so easily.
You know, you hear about it in classrooms, but to actually see it and touch it and, you know, get in contact with it, it's just brilliant.
It means to me, personally, great pleasure that I've had the privilege of being able to look after them, and hopefully encouraging people to feel that it really is something important to keep a collection like this that's so calls back the past to everybody, and is so educational as well about all sorts of things. I think that's it.